then we will learn out of it and will not allow the same suffering or similar kind of suffering to come upon us again. We will find out the Heya Hetu. Why did I come across this pain? What made me suffer this pain? अभी आपको मालूम है कि जब आप दही खाते हो, रात को ठंड होती है, खट्टा दही खा लेते हो, तो आपको दूसरे दिन जुकाम होता है, तीसरे दिन बुखार हो जाता है, फिर आपका 8 दिन गया. यस, पूरा वायरल फीवर का चक्कर चलता है. यू हैव लॉस्ट योर 7 days. Caused due to other factors like the natural phenomena, supernatural causes. नहीं, आदि दैविक नहीं, आदि आध्यात्मिक. That is आध्यात्मिक. Okay, so now what we have to do is to understand from the current pain how not to allow this to happen again. If we have learnt that, then we have been freed from that one pain. Are you getting that? You have learnt that no, this is the wrong diet for me. At night time I should not be eating curds, and I always am careful and avoiding it. I never suffer it again. But you end up suffering it for some other reason. Fine, you didn't have curd, but you had nice chilled Coca-Cola. Fine, you stopped having Coca-Cola at night. Then next time you had very nice chilled frozen ice ka water. Is that sensible? No. Yoga says, having learnt from one, you must avoid that entire category of those. And that is why the knowledge of the gunas come to our aid. All this chilled stuff is tamas predominant. So at night time, if you have tamas predominant things, you are going to suffer ill health, is what you need to understand. That means you need to understand the play of the gunas. You need to recognize the 3 gunas, which is predominant in what. So you will have known 1/3 of the world. So having recognized that, you would have that much knowledge and understanding, and that much pain you would be able to avoid. Now that has its predominance not only in the physical world of our body and mind, it has in our environment and surroundings also. Yes? When you go out in a chilled environment without taking enough precaution to cover your ears and your throat, you again end up getting sick. Now these, you have to recognize that this is also the tamas guna. So if you have fully understood that, you will have totally avoided it. So now you know that you will not have to suffer this in the future if we have properly taken care of heyam, dukkham, anagatam. And we understand and recognize the heya hetu. In this case, the example that we are using, chilled thing, stationary, stagnant things, right? And stagnant kind of environment. Whenever there is chill in the environment, everything is as if stationary. When you too much, you don't want to move. You hold yourself tight in one place. Yes, any movement causes kind of little feeling of shiver, and you try to avoid it. So, tamas predominance. Sleep is again another thing. Some people just like to remain sleeping for a long time. Resting, laziness, no movement. All that causes the tamas kind of pains. So we need to recognize that. And once you recognize that, it's possible to overcome that. What have you done? You've done the hana. You have chosen to remain healthy, fit and fine. Hana. Freedom from those kind of problems. So, hana. Hana is your choice of being healthy. In this case, in the medical science case, we'll say healthy in terms of physical and mental health. But here we are talking about Hana is the total freedom from all the three types of pain. Adi Bhautik, Adi Adhyatmik and Adi Devik. All the three types of pain we want to overcome. And to overcome that, we have to be in a state of balance. What is this state of balance where all the three gunas are in equilibrium? That is the state when the matter and the spirit are unentangled. In other words, yoga looks at the cause of pain as not just the tamas or rajas or sattva predominance, but this predominance having occurred due to the matter and the spirit coming together. Now what is this? Again, to recall from our previous talks, we talked about drishta and drishya. We talked about purush and prakriti. We talked about changeful and unchangeful. These are the two principles in the universe, in the world of existence. The changeful is this entire world of existence, which is made up of the three gunas, and it is changing because the gunas are constantly in a state of flux. They never remain in one state. Sometimes tamas is predominant, sometimes rajas is predominant, sometimes sattva is predominant. So this changing predominance of the three gunas makes the world of matter changeful. The world of spirit is non-changeful. You're seeing some projection here. What is permanent in this? The light constantly falling on the screen. What is changeful? The various slides that are changing. Just if the light was being shown to you, would you be interested in seeing it? We find the spirit so uninteresting when that is the real thing. And what is interesting to us is that slides are changing. Something new is coming up. Then we are interested in seeing. This is the wrong identification of the spirit that we are with the matter that is outside. We think the important thing is all these other changeful things that we are seeing in it. And the light behind it is unimportant. What is necessary to see is that the two are probably of equal importance and the two are absolutely separate. We cannot see one without the other. Very obviously, without that background light, if you were to try to show the various slides, would you be able to see them? You won't be able to. Means the world would not have any meaning without it being related with the spirit. So the change of the three gunas could not be seen, would not have any meaning to us unless and until it is supported by the non-changeful behind it. There has to be some constant for you to see the change. Only in relation to a constant can you see a change. One common experience you would have seen, if you've ever traveled by train and you see a train on the next track. If that train is stationary and you are moving, you will still feel as if that train is moving. But if both the trains are moving in the same direction with the same speed, it will appear as if the train is stationary, though it is moving very, very fast. So we see the change only relatively. So only against an unchangeful can a change be visible to us. Yes. Now that is what is painful. All the tritap is caused because of this matter and spirit wrongly identifying with each other and thinking they are nothing without the other. Or the spirit is totally ignored and all attention is paid to the matter and matter alone. When I say matter, it means the world of the three gunas. Anything that has energy or that has particulate existence, having space, occupying space and having weight, is what is matter. That includes the minutest dust particles, to the heat energy, to the sound energy and everything else. The light energy, anything. Okay. And because wrong identification, the term used in yoga is avidya, wrong knowledge. Isn't this the wrong knowledge? That I think, like he referred to Bhagavad Gita, And one of the statement of Krishna to Arjun is that आत्मा अमर है, it cannot die. आग उसे जला नहीं सकती, पानी उसे गीला नहीं कर सकता, वगैरह वगैरह, राइट? एग्जैक्ट